format. But just to introduce everyone here, my name is Rob. You can find me at Argyros Crypto on Getter and on Twitter. And we have over here Keys with everything you need for NFTs at NFTs with Keys.
What up? What
And
it
we
do?
got Rick down below.
What's up, guys?
Nicholas.
S-
Nicholas,
So
Nicholas Nicholson.
to start this off,
Hello.
this
Sweet.
week, like almost any other week in crypto, there's so much has happened. I mean, Elon just had a tweet. Oh no, 1 hour in the crypto world is like 7 hours or 7 years in the normie world.
It
But
really is.
yeah, yeah, right. So, hopefully people are wise to what's happening in the crypto space, meaning there's events in the history, the short history, but it's still a pretty dense history of cryptocurrencies. Um, I mean, let's kick it off with the first article here. CoinDesk, Crypto.com CEO acknowledges 400 customers' accounts were hacked. This was a very sophisticated breach that bypassed several layers of security.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You said sophisticated. I saw that these people were giving up their 2FA and their passwords of their own accord because they fell for a phishing scam.
Listen,
I'm not
man.
gonna, I'm not gonna put the own on crypto.com for some people who are not that intelligent.
Right, they fell for the old Nigerian prince scam, right?
Gotcha.
Or
Let me
the
sell you
the IT. Oh yeah, you have an Amazon order that's being held up. We're gonna need your credit card information to push it through, right? Those things are going on. So I mean, it kind of tells you how early people are or how new people are in the space if they fall for something like this. Crypto.com ended shutting off their platform for 13 to 14 hours. They told people to log back in, change their 2FA, probably some other things. But ultimately, $15 million
I mean,
dollars worth of ETH was taken from people's accounts.
you gotta
but it's
ask yourself,
it,
how dumb are these people, though? Like, what kind of clientele is Crypto.com really like getting?
I
Like,
mean, they're really hammering the ads, right? They're really
like
so they're
the
casting a
fact that they
wide net.
shut down their services for that long.
Yeah.
Something tells me it was a little bigger than a phishing. Like, if it's phishing, like I get that, but it had to have been something wide scale and really coordinated because you don't just shut down a service because of a phishing attacks.
Also,
well,
they refunded people's
yeah,
accounts.
Yeah,
yeah.
that too.
That's
But
a big red flag. Like, why would they do that if it wasn't some part
Well, not
of
flag.
their fault?
That's cool that they're refunding, but the issue is that means it's actually a deeper issue than
yeah,
what we're being told of like, oh, there was some scam where people were giving up their
yeah.
stuff or
Because like if
whatever.
I'm a company, I've got lawyers up the yin yang. I don't care. Like honestly, and I hate to say it like that, but like I wouldn't care. Oh
Yeah, no,
well, I feel real bad that you lost like 300 ETH, but come on, man, you literally wrote down your password and handed it to them.
I mean, yeah, there was okay. They said there was several layers breach. So I mean, I think one or two might have been on Crypto.com. Otherwise, why would they refund it? Yes, it's nice on them. They are paying millions of dollars to have their name on sports arenas and on the T-shirts going into the UFC. So it's goodwill, I guess. If it was no fault of Crypto.com, but I still think maybe there was an issue there, and we wouldn't find out until maybe 6 months from now. That's usually what we would find out if there's any sort of crypto breach. Sorry, any form of information that was breached on any platform. Usually 6 months is
Remember, kids, not your keys, not your coins.
right, and this goes back into the history of Bitcoin, Mount Gox, right? People
yeah.
trusted a website that was designed to trade magic cards. That's where the Mount Gox came from. Magic the Gathering Exchange. So, yeah, the whole not your keys, not your crypto came from that event, and we're still seeing exchanges being compromised, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
not directly, but through their 2FA ways, yes.
I mean, really, what the people just need to invest in a hard wallet, a cold storage wallet. I mean, you're talking what, $120, $140? Really not that much. I mean, right there.
Go out and get it, kids. Go get your hardware wallets.
Like
I would recommend a Trezor over a Ledger. For
I
whatever,
mean, so Ledger got a phishing hack as
whatever
well.
you can afford.
whatever it is. It could be a steel plate, and you know stamp your keyword in there.
Or we can
Something.
go with my idea that the tried and true psychological break someone, so all they know are these words, just 25 words.
Dude, we've already got over this. That's not cool. That's never mind. Not even gonna go there.
Right. So
It's as cold of storage as you can get, my friend.
what?
Oh,
Go
That's
Winter
like
Soldier mode on them. But yeah, so we have this hack that on a platform, and we're seeing J.P. Morgan now issue warnings on Ethereum, right? They're let's just get into this. Okay, crypto price alert. JP Morgan has issued a Stark Ethereum NFT warning. Essentially, they're saying that Ethereum could lose their status as a DeFi, as a place for DeFi because of their fees,
no. It said their dominance.
their dominance. They're going to lose their dominance. Yes,
Yeah.
and this is at the same time we're seeing record-breaking network transactions, number of transactions happening on Cardano. So we have this article here. We have an article from MSN as well, from Benzinga, talking about the same thing. Is Ethereum's dominance, is it over? Right?
yeah.
There's other chains out there. We all know that the layer 2 solution for Ethereum came about because of the enormous gas fees.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, like the easy answer really from like the Ethereum like maxi crowd is going to be ETH 2.0. That's going to fix all the problems. I mean, the big thing with that is we don't know what that's going to be. We don't know what that's going to really look like. We know what they've said, but you know, and it's also it's a lot harder to build on top of something instead of building it into it. So that's where Cardano gets kind of a, you know, the win there on
Here's the
that.
kicker.
It,
ETH
it
2.0, you're not building on top of Ethereum, you're scrapping Ethereum altogether. ETH 2.0 is a completely different chain.
you,
Like, after it's done, old ETH is gone.
no, you're literally trying to upgrade the engines in mid-flight and change the fuselage into a completely different thing.
Man, I feel bad for the Ethereum community. Actually, I don't. I really don't.
Well,
The way Ethereum worked gave us DeFi. It gave us a lot of advancements in the cryptocurrency space that Bitcoin could never offer, at least not now in the way that it runs. It's like I give mad props to the Ethereum community and everything they've done, especially with NFTs. Like you created a whole industry. It's crazy to think about just with NFTs alone. Like it's exciting times we live in, boys. The
right,
metaverse is coming through.
we wouldn't be at the point now in the whole history of crypto without the developments that happened on Ethereum, right? We have a whole bunch of different chains that popped up. We had the ICO craze in 2017 with all these tokens. Uh, Congress and other governments around the world are, you know, still put on their boots when it comes to legislation and how to handle this. So,
You
you
have
know,
to now.
the horse is
There's gonna
outside
be
the
a movement
barn,
there.
and now they're trying to close the door. And we just need a different, I think, not another layer, but just, okay, Bitcoin was crypto 1.0, Ethereum crypto 2.0. We have these 3.0 chains that are coming out now, one of them being Cardano. Does anyone agree with that? Like, any comments like what crypto
No. Yeah,
3.0?
facts right now, homie. Keep preach.
Oh, yeah, essentially, Cardano is built, well, it's built to be built upon, right? It's there to be scaled, to have side chains. There's a side chain called Melcomata, and it's there to have interoperability between chains. So between the different layer solutions to Ethereum and Ethereum itself with their token bridges.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, to be honest, I mean, you don't really know. I mean, ETH 2.0 could end up coming. The thing that it all comes down to is gas fees. If ETH 2.0 comes out and it has equal the amount of or lesser or equal to that to Cardano, then Cardano is shot in the water when it comes to the DeFi stuff, the NFT stuff, because that's just going to kill all of that. That's not
Right.
to say Cardano is shot in general, because Cardano does a lot more things. Where it does kind of seem like that's the main focus of what ETH 2.0 is going to do. But I mean, who knows if it goes that low, it might also supplant some of the the payment processing stuff too. That like
Mm.
kind of what ETH was promised, but gas fees are retarded.
Right, and if there's
But
any indication when ETH 2.0 is to be released, Vitalik said we're halfway there, so probably another 5 years, if
yeah,
if at
Come
all,
on.
if at all.
No, be careful saying that because you just started the show off with one year in crypto is like 7 years in the real world.
So if we're talking about
Now, you
real
know what I'm
world,
saying? So
if we're
like,
talking about real world, so that's what, 25 years, 30 years?
well, no, basically what you said, it's gonna happen in like a year and like 2 months,
It could. I mean, I wouldn't be against
based
like
off
that.
of what you just said at the
look
top
where NFTs are since Beeple. When was Beeple? March.
of last year.
Yeah. But speaking of Web 3.0, we have a pretty big project that's being launched today. People in Cardano know about it. Sunday Swap.
Oh, that's right. When did that? How's that going?
It launched today at 21:47 UTC. So depending on where you're on the world, whatever that local time is for you. But for us, it was relatively early afternoon. There was some sort of commotion early on about a transaction that was submitted before anyone else could trade. But the response from Pi was that nothing traded until 21:45, and people were able to construct transactions and have it queued up. And that's not going to change on Cardano. If you know how to construct a transaction and submit it through the CLI, you can get early mover status on some of these ICOs or ISPOs is what they're calling it. But I wanted to highlight a couple things here, um, just about the pools that you're able to farm liquidity. And they said in their AMA was they're going to have that available in a couple of days. And there's four pools that you're able to farm the liquidity. That is the Sunday ADA pool, the LQ ADA pool, the WMT ADA pool, and the Cards ADA pool. And Liquid LQ, it's probably one of the most it's the next anticipated project to release. It is a lending platform, so you're able to provide liquidity and you're able to borrow. And if you're a provider or someone taking a loan off the platform, you're able to get LQ tokens, right? So I think that's pretty good. And
Yeah, how's that going since everything's launched?
oh,
Right.
okay. So the earlier today, and I think yesterday too, projects were able to provide liquidity, and the way that some of these tokens were priced, they were priced based off of their whatever the price was on MuesliSwap. So that is a pure order DEX that people have been trading on for the past month and a half. So that's, I mean, it's pretty good. The price has been oscillating. Let's take a look at the DEX here. We see the Sunday price. I mean, it's so. Sunday, it was priced at 0.11 ADA. Over the past, I would say 5 hours, it's 300x, maybe. Yeah,
Oh,
at 0.31. 0.31.
cool.
Yeah, I submitted an order maybe 15 minutes after launch, and it was filled about 3 hours later at just under this current price. The price of
Three.
LQ shockingly has been falling a little bit. I saw it before we went live at 62 and change, and now it's back up to 63. So it's pretty good. And the World Mobile Token, it hasn't moved, but you can see that the Sunday pool has over just about 7 million ADA
Wow.
locked. So that's about 14 million ADA worth in the pair. So whatever the price of ADA is right now times 14 million, that's a lot of ADA. LQ ADA pool, 3 million ADA locked up, along with the corresponding pair. So this is a big time for Cardano. This project was probably the most anticipated project on the chain. It had backing from IOG. Charles commented on it. They were actually giving support to the Sunday team on how to go about constructing their scoopers, and Sunday actually pushed them to increase the block size. So we're going to get a increase in the block size by 12.5%, and that's going live next epic, so in 5 days. They submitted that to the chain an hour before this current epic, but it didn't take place. So we're kind of in a realm of congestion until 5 days from now. In the AMA, they did say this block size increase might sound insignificant, but it's going to have very impactful. It's going to impact the chain significantly. It's going to allow faster transactions, Pluto scripts to be a little bit more beefy, and they said to have the benefits of Solana and Cardano. So when people think of Solana, especially if you're in Cardano sphere, they think of VC-backed, uh, able to pull the plug. But I think of what he was saying was the transaction speed. So you're going to have the speed, the transaction speed and size of Solana while having the scalability and reliability of Cardano.
But they didn't specify.
They in their AMA they did say it will be significant, and these guys have been working with IOG, so I'm guessing they know more, and they don't want to let on too much. Then they don't want to hype this up even more.
Interesting use of wordage, like verbiage, you know.
The Sunny team has been very careful with what they're
No, I know
saying.
it's gonna
Uh,
be
ju-
like Cardano, but it's gonna be like Cardano too. But they're not saying how, leaving us all to speculate.
we'll
Listen,
find out in 5 days.
yeah, because on this one, who knows? Might start getting VC back and they can pull the plug.
That would be terrible for the chain.
That's a hot take.
That is
Said you here for hot takes.
That would be
that is a hot take. I
very
don't think
interesting.
that's gonna happen. I hope not.
You heard it here first, folks.
I hope not. But if you want to see what the tokens are trading now outside of Sunday, we can go over to MuesliSwap. We can see some
Muesli.
live prices right now, and we can see ADA. Sorry, Sunday is already listed on here, and it's trading at 4.5 ADA.
Wow.
So, like I said, this. Oh, never mind. They just updated
Wow.
6.95 ADA. So this is a
Wow.
pure order deck. So what you do is you just submit an order, and when someone submits a matching order for the same amount of tokens and price, it will fill. They are moving towards an automated market maker type environment, but people are willing to pay 6.95 ADA, so they don't want to wait in the giant line um, in Sunday Swap. Like I said, it took me 3 hours just to get my order filled that I submitted 15 minutes after the chain opened up, and it took me 15 minutes because my orders kept on getting rejected. Error after error after error, and then I finally got one through. I was happy, and then I sat there for 3 hours wishing my order would be filled, and it was. Right? A lot of people, if they didn't set their slippage appropriately, they were not filled, and the price moved, past their max.
Doesn't sound great.
No, it doesn't sound great, but people are willing to bypass that and buy it on MusiSwap for much higher, right?
That's probably why.
It, you can try to swap for it for about 0.31 ADA, or you can just buy it outright on Musli for 0.695 currently.
Terrible. I'm not even gonna lie. That's 3 hours. What? No. Like
The
that's
chain
terrible.
the chain is pushing its max right now. It's about 95% congestion. The blocks are filled 90 to 95% each block right now. So we're maxing out the blocks. It's as good. Like I said earlier, we're seeing a record amount of transactions that are superseding 24-hour volumes of Ethereum. So these are growing pains, and it's easier to turn on functionalities than to take it away. That's a semi quote from Charles. But
Word.
uh,
I mean, I mean, I'm still stuck on that 3 hours. Like, what? I get it. It's bogged down. So we'll have to come back to this in like what, a month?
yeah, I would say so. There's
And
three hard forks that are for scalability for this year, and they already increased the block size. Is going to take place in 5 days, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. The Sunday team, they're very optimistic about this block size increase, and they're trying to not hype it up, but it's pretty significant what they're saying. Now, I mean, if people were just waiting for something to do with their ADA, the Bitcoin people must be really excited for this next story. So there is a game that's being built on top of Bitcoin. It's called Infinite Fleet. It's a spaceship game, and people love spaceship games. This
Yeah,
game,
look at Star Citizen. Oh, you can't.
this is on Bitcoin. You're playing with real money with this. You're
Well, I mean, Eve Online, you play with real money too, bro.
that's right. That's right. Uh, these are two real money Starship games. I don't know. I don't know if your ship gets blown up and you have to pay
That would
pay
make
real
my life
satoshis.
feel
No,
so good.
because this is also like kind of essentially like NFTs in a sense.
Yes, yes. So the
So like
creator.
I don't think if your starship blows up, you might probably have like maybe a 24-hour cooldown before you can get back out there.
The game is
But do you know what's really annoying is that they make you buy like even a bigger starship thing and like
yeah.
pay like engineers and mechanics to fix it. So it's like sure your NFT just broke, but hey, you can't play the game because you're broke as fuck.
So like crypto, what's that Ethereum game? Crypto mines where you have a ship and then you have you buy people for your ship and you go mine an asteroid or a planet. Yeah, but this is taking place on the Liquid sidechain on Cardano. So it's a layer 2 solution. Every token is backed by a Satoshi. And there's been a schism in the BTC community about do they want tokens, do they want NFTs on Bitcoin? I think I think personally it'd be great for Bitcoin. It's just it'll give people a reason to have Bitcoin other than maybe store of value. They say it's
Well, you know what's going to happen if Bitcoin jumps into the NFT market?
a
We're,
hundred
we're, we're
million dollar coin. Yes.
Yeah, like it's gonna be insane. Like just owning like right now, just owning like $400 will make you retirement worthy. You know what's gonna end up doing? I have a feeling if that does happen,
Mhm.
like conspiracy theory right here. I gotta like preface this right now. But like what's gonna end up happening is everyone is gonna be so vastly rich that all money is gonna be end up worthless. Even Bitcoin's gonna be worthless because everyone's gonna have so much money that buying a house is like, oh yeah, it's 400,000 Bitcoin. It's like, well now Bitcoin is just a dollar.
That's called inflation if you're using fiat.
Yeah, but we're talking about Bitcoin in general. Like things are going to end up really weird and really crazy because everyone's going to have these cryptocurrencies and be able to do this until what, like 2120 or something when Bitcoin, the last Bitcoin gets mined. Like the moment that happens, then everything's going to collapse and our whole society is going to end up like Mad Max calling it.
I mean, it could, right? And then water will be what people will be trading for. Oh, and like, oh, your
Because
Bitcoin is on a
Bitcoin
ledger. Like, what? There's been no
has everything.
electricity. Yeah, but going back to this game, there's a pretty extensive lore to it. There's a few different volumes here. They have a whole backstory, a lore, what every ship is.
Wait, you know what? Wait, hold up. Sorry to cut you off here before you keep moving on.
Yeah,
What's Bitcoin's price right now?
it's dipping. It's
So
sub 40,000 right now.
is there a correlation?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of geopolitics that go into this, into the price of Bitcoin. So I don't know. Are you saying this game is making the price of Bitcoin dip?
I didn't say anything. You said it.
That's why,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, look. This game even has a security token offering.
And that's why. That's why Bitcoin's different.
So
gamers don't like crypto.
they're trying to register with the SEC and some organization in Luxembourg to have an offering, a fundraising method to sell tokens. So they're trying to at least be compliant. And their store, they have a couple different fleets here. I mean, these are what the ships look like. You have was it the cruisers, and then you have a ship. Where is it? The Centurion. So the Centurion ship is basically you. You're in the Centurion, and you can control four other ships in your fleet. There can only be one Centurion in your fleet, and then you can have a few different style of cruisers. But look, this one's sold out. I think this one was going for $40. The Centurion is still on the market. You can pay $80 for
Oh,
this.
bro, I'm gonna buy one of those ships real quick.
Right, yeah, and what Keys was saying earlier, this is kind of they're getting into the NFT game. Bitcoin is getting into the NFT game. Max Kaiser, I think he was feeling a lot of pressure with all these other coins popping up, or these other chains with NFT, with DeFi, and Bitcoin is literally digital gold. You just mine it and you put it into a box and you hide it. Just like
Hey,
gold. You
that
take
makes
gold
my
out of the
blood boil.
ground,
That
you
Bitcoin
put
in
it
a
into a
box. It likes
bar.
to be in the box.
Yeah, you put it into a bar and
Like
you bury it in the
Pokemon. I
ground.
like to be in the
That's what
home.
people were doing with their Bitcoin seed phrases. Now there's actually something you can do with it playing this game, and this is only the first thing. I think this is the first big step forward for Bitcoin to get into NFTs. It's good. It's
Also,
good
you
for the
can
chain.
gamble. There's
Gambling
always
has
gamble.
always been there, but it's not significant enough to move the price.
I don't know how I feel about this. They're not NFTs. It's not being advertised as NFTs. So what are you buying with your fiat at that, which is kind of concerning as well. With like, what is this? What when I buy this, where is it going? What
It's a
am I getting?
it's a way to fundraise, right? You're buying a shit for the game, so it's like if you were to
But the
buy
game made
the what?
is the game made?
You know what? I don't know about that, to be honest.
What,
You can log it now.
so do you know what this sounds like? It sounds like I actually just heard about this from Game Ring. It sounds like what's that dude's name who makes a bunch of shit or like he promise over promises in the gaming and on all the games he's ever made and they all come out and they're all trash but
Oh, is that the Fable series?
it the guy yeah the guy one of the guy who made that he actually might be the one behind this
No.
because I heard about or he at least he's behind another game. It's the same kind of design, the same kind of concept. It's a starship game. People are buying all these things. I think I even mentioned this on a show, or I might have just been talking to you guys about
No.
this in general.
So
But no, this sounds exactly like the same little Ponzi scheme that guy is pulling. I'm not trying to dump on this like whole project because it might be more altruistic than the other guy. But from what I'm
yeah.
understanding right now,
Uh,
the game's not made. They want people to spend $80. I thought about like, hey, $80. I'll spend $80 to have one of these things. Maybe 25 to have a cruiser. Oh, that'll be cool. But then I thought about it. I was like, these aren't NFTs because there's no NFTs on Bitcoin, not that I know of. And then so where does it go when I pay the money? And then you're like, oh, it's fundraising. I'm like, whoa, I'm gonna be fundraising something
I don't like
that
the
doesn't
name
have
of
a
that.
defined date to end.
hey,
That sounds like that one dude who
Starship
made that.
Citizen did it. Look at
Okay, but
look at that.
that's different though because that had more of an end date of when it's gonna come out, or at least
Hmm.
a promise. This doesn't have an end date. Just like that other game I was referencing from
Yeah.
that guy who made Fable,
Okay.
that dude has already raised like
Gabe
two
Newell?
$20 million or like some astronomical number, and the game's not out, and he's still selling starships for like 40K for all of them, and people are buying this. So, but like, there's still no promise that this game might ever even come out.
So let me just add a little bit of credibility to this project. So the guy
Please do.
the guy
Please.
behind this project is also the mastermind behind the volcano bonds for El Salvador.
What
Oh
that?
yeah.
I mean, that means nothing really.
I mean, it's
It's
something in the
a
Bitcoin
video
world.
game.
It's something in the
No,
Bitcoin world.
no. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But that means nothing when the product is a video game.
You're right. So I think I spoke about this before.
A video of
So
this, it's going to take forever to
right,
make.
right, and Max Kaiser, he was promoting this game on his YouTube channel, Twitter Space, RT programming, but he saw the pressure coming from NFTs and DeFi and other things happening in other chains, and like I said before, Bitcoin has nothing other than just hold it because reasons, right? So he's trying to get the NFT space going on Bitcoin, and he's the godfather for Bitcoin. So he's given his blessing to this game so that
Okay.
people can get used to having NFTs, having DeFi, having something other than just holding it. Because there's a lot of Bitcoin maxis who are against NFTs. They're against tokens. They
Oh, I
don't
get
even
it.
like the idea of having a layer two that has a token backed by satoshis.
I get that. But hey, Rick, remember when you were on my show? What was it? This past week, we were talking about what was the discussion? celebrities ruining NFTs? Could this not be a ploy from, I don't know, a Bitcoin famous person
Max
called
Kaiser.
Max Guy? Oh, hey, don't be dropping names, man. I was gonna say Fax Miser, but hey, you,
True.
you said it. So
Love you,
not,
Max.
again, not saying he's doing
Hmm.
anything evil either,
Hmm.
but or there's any kind of other thing. And
Hmm.
I do like the whole concept of adding NFTs to Bitcoin, because I think at the end of the day, if we're gonna have one cryptocurrency to rule them all and then have interoperability on different blockchains to help with different things on different layer solutions, then I think Bitcoin's gonna ultimately be the best one, or the biggest one, because it's the most popular. It's the most secure, pretty much, from my understanding. I don't know. I could be wrong. Whatever. Don't shoot me. But like the whole the whole thing with this is, it's like, okay, NFTs to Bitcoin. That's cool. I
Yeah.
support that.
Uh,
But this is a big game, and I'm not some crazy game developer. I don't know that much, but I understand enough to know that when you promise something like this, and there's no like proof of concept or anything really, except for NFTs, but they're not being marketed as NFTs, so they're just NFTs.
And
That's the
DeFi.
well,
issue.
they're also offering a token that is a security with their
Okay, and I
security
said,
offering. There's their
so
security token offering.
it's not DeFi, but it's still NFTs to me. So it's like, I get what you're saying. It's just like, but it just, there's issues with that. And then to promise this game, which takes, unless this has been in like development, super secret, no one's ever known about it for the last like 7 years, 8 years. This game is not going to be completed for another like 10.
Or,
I mean,
or hear me
there's
out
rich
here.
people that
What if
buy
they,
empty
what if
apartments
they
and or
bought
hopes.
it? The game's already been developed. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna buy your game, and then we Bitcoin, we cryptoize it. You know
No,
what I
look,
mean?
look, look. There's wealthy people that use
Okay.
fiat to buy apartments or condos that aren't even built yet.
I would.
Okay, now we have wealthy people in the crypto space that are kind of doing the
No,
same.
I don't like yours. I like Rick's. Rick knows. That sounds honestly like
Like,
what some Bitcoin whale would do. They'd
yeah,
go,
absolutely.
no, I want this on this, and then Max Kaiser's like, hey, I'll invest in it because
Like, they
I'm
probably got a buddy who's got a gaming studio. Hey, show me the top 3 items you said no to that you almost said yes to. Go reach out to that developer and say, hey, buddy,
and
I
then
got something for your project.
and then you go pick up all the other people from all the good
Uh,
studios that closed down because of COVID, and then didn't get picked up by all the big other developers, and
And you slap the name Bitcoin to it, and all of a sudden their eyes glow, and now you
yeah.
got a
So I
game.
mean,
yeah.
honestly, that could be what it is. I'm just saying it makes me a little concerned, where it's like, when I said, where's this $80 go? Where's this money going? And they're like, it's like a fundraiser, and I'm like, a fundraiser?
Yeah,
Yo, I'm not in cryptocurrency
through fundraising.
fundraise. I work at a nonprofit doing sports writing for that. I'm not about, check out the skyboat.org. Got it.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. But anyways, but you know what I mean? It's just like, yo, like that's nonprofit. Like, this is not, I'm not playing a video game for nonprofit, not a Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency game for nonprofit. I'm not about to drop my whole like
This
real
isn't
world
a
life.
non-profit. This is
I get, but
fundraising
that's what
their
I'm saying.
project.
Fundraise. I'm not trying to help them fundraise.
Oh.
They should be developed already. Like, they shouldn't be crowdsourcing more money to develop it. That throws up a big flag for me, just because it's like, yo, you should have something to come to the table. I mean, think about some of these, like, these NFT projects on Ethereum. They're like, oh, we're promising a game, and they're showing development of these games. Like the fast food friends people, like those people. They're like, we're developing a game, and they show, there's a website, there's a game. It's janky, but there's a game, and they're developing it, and it's like, so it's like, but still, like, creating a game of that caliber, of some crazy open world space exploration, mining, war. You're talking Eve Online
You are.
in
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Do you understand how long that would take to make?
I think they might be simplifying it
Unless
a
you
little
just
bit.
buy the rights of Eve Online.
They're simplifying it a little bit, right? They're
Fun miner.
they got ships that can tank, ships that can heal, ships that can disable, debuff, buff, and
Is it a
DPS
MOBA
ships.
game?
That seems to be the
Tell me it's
breakdown
a
of what
MOBA.
the ships do right
Just
now.
please tell me it's a MOBA.
It is. No, no, no. It's an
Please.
MMO. They said it's an MMO.
It's a MOBA.
No, no, no. MMO.
I'm about to
It'll
play this
become.
MOBA.
It'll become.
How does it even work, MOBA in space?
That's the same way a MOBA on the ground works, just in space.
You just
Yeah.
move really slow, and then you reposition your ships.
Or they add like the real 3 dimensional, so you can really do 3D chess.
Yeah, the gate is down type stuff.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope the best for this this pon. I mean game whatever it is. What is it, Ponzi? I mean,
This security NFT thingy that
yeah,
they're trying to build.
I hope the best for the NFTs on Bitcoin and DeFi stuff to open up if they are able to do that, on whatever, however they're able to do that. I support all that, and I support like something like this. I just feel like they're promising a lot, and it just like I said, the big red flag for me is it just reminds me of that one dude, the guy I forget his name, the guy who made Fable and all those other games and promised so much and didn't really deliver. Basically, the OG Cyberpunk, so it's just like, and then now, and then the big scam is like this guy has this new game and the game's not out. There's no release date. There's no even, it might not ever happen. And he's netted like 20 million off of people buying starships for a game that might not ever exist. It's just a promise.
Man's my hero. He's the real farmer bro of the crypto world.
Well, they got a lot of lore to it. They got a lot of lore to it, so it's something.
Yeah,
But
but lore means nothing. I can pay George Martin millions of dollars to go do that because I'm going to end up with like dollars later.
hey, they're in pre-alpha, or there's some pre-alpha footage,
or I
people
can
playing
just
the
go to
game.
Berkeley College and be like, "Hey, you play Dungeons and Dragons still in this age?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Hey, can you write me a video game?" Yeah, give me 6 months.
Wow.
Now I got the lore.
A lot of starving college kids out there looking for work.
There's a lot of hot takes today. I love it.
Hey, no, that's called facts. This is facts with keys. This is my show now. Facts with keys.
Welcome to Fact with Keys.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. This is my ship now. This is my ship. My ship.
All right, let's wind this down. I think we had a very lively discussion today. Hopefully, we can have more of these in the future. And I love the format from our shows we've been doing the past year. But you can follow Keys for everything you need for NFTs at NFTs with Keys.
You,
Rick doesn't have social media right now, but he's working on it.
Rick's one of those people that believe in you shouldn't give up your own personal securities because you do it of your own volition.
Right, and you can follow
You can
me.
find me in my stake pool, ticker AGC.
He is one. He is one half, a third, a fourth. I mean, we have a lot of silent people, but he is part of AGC. He's the ones that maintain the servers, and I am also part of AGC. You can follow us at Argyros Crypto. And also, yeah, delegate to AGC, support us. It's a way for you to passively get income or to passively get ADA on Cardano. So yeah, delegate to AGC. And with that,
wait. One. Thank you to all 10 of you who watch our videos that are not our immediate family, and thank you to the 103 subscribers. We would not be. Oh no, we'd still be doing it even without you. But thank you for being here. Yeah, don't let these guys forget to thank you.
Don't let us forget it.
Shout out to our sponsor at Raid Shadow Legends.
No, we don't have that.
Continued.
All right.
Anyways,
Peace out, everybody. Thank you for watching.